Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, and today is the second in our 2020 series of Happy Hoya Days. If you are new here, welcome. During Happy Hoya Days, I take the opportunity to feature one Hoya and talk about it a little bit more in depth each day. So if that's something that is of interest to you, take a moment, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified the next time I post a video about my Hoyas. So without further ado, today's featured Hoya is the Hoya-Vitellinoides. I think I'm saying that right. So this is a beautiful large leaf, as you can see, almost as big as my hand, definitely as long as my hand. And it's got this beautiful lime green color with the dark green veining. Now this is very similar to another species of Hoya, the Hoya meridithii. They are slightly distinct, so it's something that you might be a little bit confused, or you might see them being sold as each other on occasion, but they are in fact two distinct species of Hoya. As you can see, I have this one actually rooted up in a little bit of bark. Now, if you've been around my channel, you know there's not really a rhyme or a reason to this other than this one I got already pre-rooted, came to me in the mail, and I figured it was best to put it back into some soil mixture rather than trying to convert it over to leca. As always, I may change my mind down the road as I find my Hoyas do extra well in the leca, but right now it seems to be doing fine in the bark mixture. A little bit about the care of this particular Hoya. It seems to be very easy care so far. Again, the leaves are nice and thick, although maybe a little bit thinner than your typical carnosa. So they're not going to be the very thickest of the Hoya leaves, but they are still pretty hardy. This means that the soil can definitely dry out in between waterings. It's not one that needs to kind of maintain that constant moisture. So if you're looking for one that's a little easier care, this is going to be on the easier end of the scale than some other Hoyas. As far as lighting goes, I actually have this one not underneath my grow light, but very close to a couple of windows, so it doesn't really get very much direct light throughout the day. It was actually first discovered in the 1950s in the Java, Sumatra area, and it actually grows at a higher elevation, which to me indicates that it probably likes a little bit cooler temperatures maybe than some of my other more tropical Hoyas. Now, I don't get a lot of temperature variation in my climate-controlled room, but that does mean that I try to place it maybe where it can get a little bit of that cold snap from a window or being right next to a wall, something like that. And I do find that helps my Hoyas that prefer slightly colder temperatures. The flowers on these are a lovely pale pink with a white center to them. And again, if I can find a photo that I can use, I will insert it somewhere here in the frame. As far as scent goes, I haven't been able to find anything on scent, so if it does have a scent, I couldn't find the information about it. Like I've said in the past, most Hoyas smell pretty similar to me, with just the variation being in the strength of the smell, so I'm guessing if this one does have a scent, it's probably a very mild, very little scent. As far as the speed of growth on this one, this is still a very new cutting to me, so I can't really speak to how quickly it grows. But it's not one that is, I would say, super rare. I would put it maybe more on the uncommon side of things and a little bit more expensive. So that indicates to me that while it's probably not the slowest grower on the planet, it probably also does need a little bit of extra time to put out enough leaves to be able to be propagated. Along those lines, it's not too hard to find a Vitellinoides or its close cousin, the meridithii, as long as you're willing to shell out the money. They tend to run a little bit expensive for the cuttings, but they come up quite frequently, so as long as you're willing to pay for it, you're not going to have a hard time finding it. And I'll just give you one last look at the leaf to just show you how worth its price it is. Look at how gorgeous those leaves are. I can't wait till it starts to put out more, and hopefully they could get even a little bit bigger than this. So that is the Hoya-Vitellinoides. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up letting me know that you enjoyed, and I will see you very soon with another Hoya. Bye.